Let's pay homage to the Buddha, the fully enlightened one. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. I will pay respect to the Buddha, reciting one of the stanza. Buddha bodhaya titi tantoyo dhammataya sa. Dhammataya tanto dhammantino vataranaya sa. Nibuddho nibbanataya tan lokatrananami. Lokatrano lokatumma ikosaya tasu phito mudo. Yo nago Buddha naga miro yadiya seinde atutta chin myaswa phayadi. Buddha thissa lin kuro rain tho twin ti myin tormu phit yue. Bodhaya sa chathai tatu bolu ro kutu tin lin ti ja ba se chin chu nga lagaung. Tanto kuro ga bin yin chi ro mu phit yue. Dhammataya sa chathai tatu bolu ro kutu me yuen yin chi ja se chin nga lagaung. Tanto kuranga bin kilita upu khate nyin tormu phit yue. Dhammataya sa chathai tatu bolu ro kutu me yuen kilita pu nyin ja ba se chin nga lagaung. Dino va tandaya no vangarachango. Kutan thau chao kuro ran yauk pi phit yue tha lien. Dharanaya sa kuro thatu chathai tu ro nipu tawan ma ve kando. Kutan thau chao yauk ja ba se chin chu nga lagaung. Nibuddho kileta pranibban win san yau te. Kuro rai e nyin tormu phit yue. Nibbanataya sa kuro thatu we ne lu ro pukha te nyin ja ba se chin chu nga lagaung. Dhamma ne sin le na dhamma sakko. Dite di karuna shi tha metta phit ho cha ro mu khet ba pe i. Lokatrana lokatumma ikosaya tasu phit tormudo. Danaga Buddha naga miro yadiya seinde atutta tu myaswa phyago. Nami namami ko no nalong thong song pyaung pyo. Mango shyo yue gado myan no let song mo yue. Shikho nyo pa i myaswa phya myaswa phya. We will start Q&A section today. What is the question?
Question. Can Bhante please explain why in Theravada there is no tradition of bhikkhuni?
This is a question asked me the time I was in Mimyu too. As you all know, there is no bhikkhuni tradition anymore in the Theravada Sangha. Whether we don't discuss about this, it is not the important matter in our tradition. Why? We can't establish the Theravada bhikkhuni tradition anymore. Because of this reason, we will not discuss about this.
How did the image for Siali came about?
It is for the benefit of those who want to live, who want to renounce the world and want to live in the order. So as there are no bhikkhuni order in the Theravada tradition, because of this reason, martyra of recent time, they consider how to do for the lady, those who want to live practicing meditation, spending their lifetime studying the Dhamma. As the Samanera, they observe 10 precepts for that reason. So like Samanera, like Samaneri, so let them observe 10 precepts. Observing 10 precepts, they are allowed to live ordinary life, to practice the Dhamma, to spend their lifetime studying the Dhamma. For that reason now, those who don't want to live in the home, those who want to live in the monastery, not as a lay person, just as a Siali, they got the opportunity to spend their lifetime. For that reason, it is good for them.
Next question. This mentioned that Sialis have been treated by others as non-ordained persons. What Akutara mind actually process?
So in the Paddijita Adena Sutta, as we are taught by the Buddha, Anyomi Akapokaraniyo di Paddijitena Adena Pichakvakitavam. The behavior of the ordained person must be completely different from those of the lay person. If you live ordained life, whether bhikkhu, whether bhikkhuni, if they don't live their life in a way bhikkhu, bhikkhuni should practice, even though they wear the robes, they cannot be called real bhikkhu, real bhikkhuni. For that reason, in our country, we are ordained according to the Buddha's instruction, according to the Pali formula. To ordain bhikkhu, we need to follow the way taught by the Buddha. We need simaho, proper simaho. We need proper sangha. We need Pali formula to recite. All these must be done according to the procedure. Only then we can be ordained person. If someone thinks they are ordained person, they should inquire the way they ordain. If there is no sima, if there is no proper sangha, if there is no Pali formula, it is also very difficult to say that they are ordained persons too. For that reason, instead of looking down one another, whether you are bhikkhu, whether you are bhikkhuni, whether you are siali, you should practice like ordained person should practice. If you live like this, it is beneficial for you. If you don't do like this, it is all in vain. It is useless for you. Instead of practicing the way you should practice as an ordained person, if you look down this person, if you look down that person, they are not the ordained person. You should ask yourself too, am I an ordained person?
Unfortunately, when the yogi practice 10 kinds of asubha, they have to take one asubha as an object. And when they practice skeleton, yogi have to take their own skeleton as Asubha and attain first jhana. My question is, why we take our own skeleton as object, we are still alive and we can attain jhana, but why when we take others' skeleton as object, we could not attain first jhana, and others, this object is still alive because it looks like confused.
If you practically do the skeleton of the external persons, you will know that you can't attain jhana concentration. It is from the practical point of view. As the Buddha instructed us to pay attention the internal skeleton to practice it, repulsiveness skeleton. But when you are going to practice Asubha Bhavana, taking the external corpse, at that time you need to take the dead body. So you must pay attention it as repulsiveness. By doing so, you will attain the first jhana. So if you want to know why, better instead of thinking about it, you should do practically. When you take the skeleton, external skeleton as an object for the repulsiveness skeleton, you can't take and you can't maintain, you can't also pay attention it has a repulsiveness, and you can't attain jhana concentration too.
Question is how to live harmoniously between all of us, because there are people from different countries and people are very in different traditions.
It's a very good question. If we want to live harmoniously each other, whether different in culture, tradition, and the way we grown up, if we want to live harmoniously, we should treat each other respectfully. This is the way to live harmoniously. If we don't treat each other respectfully, there will be a lot of problems. We can't live peacefully. There will be no harmony. For that reason, treating each other in a respectful way is to live each other harmoniously. Do you believe it? So, whether you are bhikkhu, whether you are samanera, whether you are bhikkhuni, whether you are layman or laywoman, if you live your life treating whoever you meet respectfully, you can maintain your wholesome states of mind all the time. You can maintain your goodness all the time. You will not accumulate unwholesome karma in your life. You can prevent yourself from falling into four states. Treating each other respectfully means the way to leading Nibbana too. Why? We don't indulge our mind. We train our mind. We don't say what we want to say. We say what we should say. We don't do what we want to do. We do what we should do. Treating each other respectfully means doing what we should do only. For that reason, if you do so, you will do for the benefit of you will do for the benefit of others too. Because of this reason, the whole life, you spend your lifetime doing good things. You are doing for the good of both you and others. Also, there will be no enemy, there will be no any revenge from anybody if you do like this. For that reason, it is good at the present, it is good for the future. It is for the happiness at the present, it is for the happiness in the future too. Those who can treat others respectfully mean those who are mature. Those who are mature in seeing things in their life. In other way, those who can treat others respectfully, they are noble. Their mind is noble mind. Because of this reason, if we want to live harmoniously, we should practice to do whatever in a way respectfully.
But if one yogi practice jhana until the end of the life, and make sure the jhana is not declined, and the yogi will reborn as ruparan or aruparan. And for the being and aruparan, rupa and arupa, their daily activities always stay in jhana state, and their whole life is maintained in jhana and maintain this kusala karma. And they should be along the samsara. They should live in aruparan or ruparan, and when this arupa and in aruparan and ruparan, at the end of the near that moment, because of their kusala karma and their habitual karma, they will reborn. They should be reborn in good realm also. And my question is, why sometimes they have to reborn in woeful state also?
Brahma, at the near-death moment, if they can practice their jhana concentration, and if they can maintain up to the near-death moment, they will be reborn in the same rank. Or if they practice higher jhana, they will be reborn in a higher Brahma rank. But they will not fall if they can't maintain absorption, jhana, concentration at the near-death moment. They cannot fall. They will not fall to the four states directly. It is not the nature of the Brahma to fall to the four states after they die. They may fall to the sensual realm, where it may be Deva realm or human realm, not to the four states. That's why it is not necessary to worry about you're going to fall to the four states after you die as a Brahma.
This question was the Bhante teach us how to understand well the five chanda, 11 dharma.
Do you mean 11 category? Past, present, future, internal, external? So according to the teachings of the Buddha, if you are going to practice insight meditation, the object of insight meditations, they are the first noble truth. It is ultimate mentality and materiality, all five clinging aggregates. They are the first noble truth. And the object of vipassana, insight meditation, another object is the second noble truth, the origin of suffering. It is also ultimate mentality and materiality too. So when the Buddha instructs us to practice insight meditation, Buddha taught us to practice vipassana, contemplating, see the rising and perishing of ultimate mentality, ultimate materiality, sometimes separately, sometimes together, sometimes on each khanda, sometimes 5 khandas together. This is the way we need to practice insight meditation. Contemplating, seeing the rising and perishing of those objects. We need to contemplate internal nama, internal rupa. And also we need to contemplate 5 khanda, one by one, internally and externally too. Not only internally and externally, but also we need to pay attention to 5 khandas, 5 clinging aggregates of the past, present, future. It is not enough. We need to continue to do near, far, superior, inferior. This is the way the Buddha taught. What is the reason? We attach ourselves very much. We attach not only ourselves, we attach others, external beings. We attach not only ourselves and others, we attach our past too. We also plan for our future. We have a strong attachment to the future. We have expectation for the future. Also we attach to the near object, far object, superior, inferior. Because of this reason, when we see the ultimate mentality and materiality, whether present, whether past, whether future, whether internal, whether external, whether near, far, superior, inferior, all the Dhamma, they are all the time arising and perishing from the ultimate point of view. Because of this reason, we can reduce attachment to all the objects. Because of temporary removement of the defined attachment to those objects, finally, when the insight knowledge mature at the time, part knowledge will arise, taking Nibbana as object. It is because of seeing the fault and the true nature of all these Dhamma in 11 categories. Because of this reason, it is very important to pay attention to all these objects when you practice insight knowledge. Only then you can expect to realize Nibbana.
Thank you. Next question. This question is, how to live our life in Nama Rupa?
It is just for those who see the ultimate mentality and materiality. It is not for the questioner. Okay? You live, you don't understand like this. You understand that I am a man, I am a woman. I live my life. I'm happy sometimes, I'm sad sometimes. You say like this, you don't see the ultimate mentality and materiality. That's why you ask this question.
And then this question asks about Deva, the kind of Deva and human.
Okay, what is the question?
Kind. For example, the durations of the kind is different between Deva rank and human rank. For example, in Deva rank, one of the Deva ranks 1 day equal to human rank 50 years. And the questioner asks about hell, and I would like to know how about hell. In hell, 1 day equal to human rank how many years?
I didn't remember. But for about the difference between human realm and celestial realm, I have given this talk in detail. It appears in the book Awaken All World. The name of the talk is 3 Sayings of the Deva. Please read it and you will understand what is the difference between human's realm and celestial realm. I've explained there.
And I heard that the being they have to live in the hell being, they have to encounter very long time, and their life is very long. Then I know their life would be longer than our past life.
They suffer, changing from one to another. I'll explain one of the talk too. The name of the talk is Deva Duda Sutta. Maybe if you read the Deva Duda Sutta, I think it will be good. You will understand more.
And the question consider, is it because they live in the hell for a long time, they already get used to their life there?
What do you mean get used to? They are suffering there, they are not happy, they are very unhappy. Okay? Very, very serious. No words to express how suffered they are. Okay, it is too terrible, so terrible. That's why they want to escape from there. But if accumulated bad karma stays strong enough to suffer there, after they escape from a certain place, they change to another and they suffer there again. This is the way we see in the teachings of the Buddha. For that reason, they are not used to. They suffer too much there. They want to escape from where they are as quick as possible, but they can't expect when they are going to escape from there.
Next question again. Okay, how could some yogis be successful in their jhana concentration and keep the jhana stable and never let it decline?
It is just because of continuous practice. If someone attains mundane concentration, if they stop practicing for a long time, that concentration falls down, or that concentration becomes weak. They need to take time, or they need to practice again to attain those absorption, jhana concentration. For that reason, mundane concentration is unstable. Only when we attain supramundane concentration with the attainment of path and fruition, that supramundane concentration is stable. You will not fall down. It means that you will not be ordinary persons again anymore. You will always be noble persons. Whether you are going to be reborn in a new existence, in a new reign, you will be a noble person every time. Because of supramundane concentration and because of path and fruition knowledges.
Thank you, Bhante. Next question is on meditation. Is meditation the training of the mind or training of doing good bodily action, or both?
Meditation practices for the training of concentration, it is training of the mind. To make mind pure temporarily. If we practice a training of morality, we discipline our bodily and verbal actions. We make for the purity of bodily and verbal actions through practicing the training of morality. The time we practice the training of morality, if we notice, we will see that our body and verbal actions become pure, but our mental actions not yet pure. We refrain from killing. Sometimes, when the mosquito bites or mosquito sits on the finger or on the body at the time, the desire to kill it may arise. But you remember that you are practicing the training of morality, so that's why you didn't kill. Only you didn't do bodily bad actions, but mentally impure, stay impure. Because of this reason, the training of morality is just for the purity of two actions, bodily and verbal actions. But the training of concentration is for the purity of mind, not permanently, but temporarily only. So we continue practicing the training of insight to be able to remove the defilements step by step without a mania. It is complete purity of the mind step by step.
Next question. This is also about meditation. If a meditator's body is weak and or is infected by illness or sickness, can he still practice meditation to attain jhana? If not, must he first ensure that his health is good, then continue practice meditation?
Those who have attained deep absorption, concentration, if they feel sickness, if they are sick at that time, if it is not very serious at the time, if they practice meditation, they will feel released from their sickness. Also they can help curing their sickness too. But for those who could penetrate ultimate mentality and materiality, and those who could contemplate impermanent suffering, non-self, seeing the arising and perishing of ultimate mentality and materiality, even the time, if he's sick, as they have been doing insight meditation for a long time, if they close their eye, they see arising and perishing of ultimate materiality in their whole body. If they hear something, they see the arising and perishing of mentality in their mind. Because of this reason, the Buddha said, I will teach you. Even though you have bodily pain, I will teach you not to feel pain mentally. This is the essence of the teachings of the Buddha. Even though we have bodily pain, because of knowing the ultimate mentality and materiality, because of seeing arising and perishing of them rapidly all the time, because of practicing continuously for a long time, it will not affect too much. You can ignore just by contemplating, seeing the rising and perishing of ultimate mentality and materiality. But if your sickness is so serious, you attain just jhana concentration. At the time, you may encounter a difficulty to a certain extent. But please observe practically when you have this problem.
Next question, Bhante. During meditation, many wandering thoughts arose. Should the meditator then first eradicate those wandering thoughts, then focus on the meditation subject.
Can you tell me, is there any way to eradicate the wandering thoughts before practicing meditation? If there is, I want to know. Untrained mind and trained mind, these two are completely different. Initially, our mind is untrained mind. Doesn't delight taking one object for a long time. This is what the same. But we have the same nature. This is the same nature of all of us. In the rounds of rebirth, the samsara, the beginning of samsara, unknown, unknowable. So in these rounds of rebirth, we make such habits, enjoying many objects, taking one after another. This is the way we spend our lifetime, one after another, in the rounds of rebirth, death. We have this strong habit, you can say parasitic habit, enjoy taking many objects one after another. Now we practice meditation, we start training our mind. We do it against our habit. Because of this reason, don't think it is easy. It is difficult for everybody. If we don't see the fault of those thoughts, we don't want to give up attachment to them. For the Bodhisattva, after he renounced the world, he practiced a meditation in one of the sutta. There is no sensual thought. Even though he enjoyed sensuality before he renounced the world. Just because of his barami that he has been fulfilled in the rounds of rebirth for incalculable and 100,000 eons. His mind inclination towards the liberation is too strong. Because of this reason, when sense of urgency arose in him, he see the fault of all those sensuality. Because of this reason, he can stay away from them. If you are the one who stays see the beauty of sensuality, if you are the one who don't see the fault of those sensuality, you will attach and you will continue as usual. How quick you can train your mind depending on how strong your sense of urgency and how you see the sensuality as a beauty or as a fault. Depends on it. There is no any way to cure. This is a way.
This question. In the Buddha's time, the Buddha actually tells people the story or tell people about cause and effect. But nowadays, people misconceive about cause and effect. So can Bhante please advise in everyday life how to regard or look at cause and effect? That is, what kind of current causes can cause what kind of effect in the future, so that it may be a warning for us?
This is too wide. It is karma and its result. It is talking about law of karma. Law of karma can be explained perfectly just only by the omniscient Buddha. There is no one who can do this. As I have explained, as we have explained in our Dharma talks, so you should read to understand the workings of karma. What I want to suggest to read is to read the book of the Pa-Auk. He explained about the karma and its results in his book, Workings of Karma. You will understand very much detail there. Just by explaining here, it will not be complete, and I can't do too.
We continue with this question. It is heard that if one dreams of a person who has passed away, say maybe for 20 years, this would mean that the dead person has not taken rebirth yet. Does it mean they are in the ghost realm? Is there any mention of this in the suttas?
Dream about the departed ones, right?
Yes, Bhante.
It is just dream. How can you say that it is true? There is nothing. It was mentioned in the sutta. Okay.
The next question, Bhante. In the Mandala Sutta, the Buddha mentioned that if one associates with the wise and not the foolish, how to differentiate between the wise and the fool?
By 3 actions, it is known that he is a wise or he is a foolish. What are they? By bodily, verbally, and mentally. Buddha said we can differentiate who they are. If someone is doing bodily bad actions, verbally bad actions, and mentally bad actions, they are stupid. If a certain person or someone is doing, they are doing bodily good actions, verbally good actions, mentally good actions, their actions marks that they are wise and they are foolish. That's why we must observe the way they act, the way they speak, the way they think. Depending on it, we can decide that this is a stupid, this is a wise. But I want to share with all of you, there will be no person who is permanent to be a stupid person all the time. There will be no one who will be a wise man permanently all the time. As I told all of you, not because we are being born as humans we become wise, we become stupid. We become stupid just because we can bring the 5 minutes under control, we become wise. Also just because we can't bring the 5 minutes under control, we become stupid. That's why the time we can't bring our defilements under control, we will be stupid. You want to see stupid persons? Just point at you. Also, do you want to see a wise man? No, please don't fight anywhere. Just point at you. Okay? Do you agree with it? Yes.
So we are wise sometimes and we are foolish sometimes.
Yes. That's why don't blame anybody, don't look down anybody. Everybody is wise, everybody is stupid. But I want all of you to be wise.
Yes, I think you're right. Next question. Will Bhante allow meditators to practice asana?
Who is that one? If you haven't attained Nibbana, I can't allow. If you have attained Nibbana, yes, if you want to practice, find a teacher to practice. Patthana is so deep and profound that it cannot. Your insight knowledge cannot be. Your insight knowledge is not strong enough to understand so deeply the way the Buddha understands. Because of this reason, only after you realize Nibbana at that time, please think about to practice Patthana. Before it, if you have interest, I say please don't do. Just continue your insight meditation until you realize Nibbana. It is more important.
Yes, ma'am. It is Vasa now. So how should the people use the raining rope?
Do you know when we use? The time we take a bath and the time we use. Okay? Because in times of the Buddha, what I remember, at that time it was not allowed to have rainy robe. Because of this reason, bhikkhu, what do? What do they do? You know? They take a bath without any robes. Because of this reason, when the lady Bodhi comes to the monastery, very difficult. and then they told it is not suitable. At that time, Buddha allowed bhikkhus to use rainy robes.
Next question. If a meditator is very sick with this world, can he or she do dana or wholesome deeds to shorten his or her lifespan and get rebirth in the Deva realm to realize Nibbana?
Why don't you try in this realm? If you stick to this world, you should engage practicing meditation. If you want to do dana, you can do. I don't stop you. But if you want to make liberation, the way to make liberation is practicing the three trainings: the training of morality, the training of concentration, the training of insight. This is the only way. By doing dana, by practicing sila, and if you expect to be reborn in the Deva realm, then you will enjoy centrality. 500 left, 500 right. And you will forget to practice meditation. Don't expect to make liberation there. You will fall to the four states again. Better to make liberation here, in the human realm.
Bhante, is one able to shorten one's lifespan?
No, only the Buddha. Because when the Bodhisattva, not the Buddha, only the Bodhisattva can do. When he was born in the celestial realm, as it is the realm where he can't fulfill the Varami as he wants, as he liked, as he preferred, as he inclined, he made a decision to pass away there and to be reborn in the human realm. Why? This is the realm in which we can fulfill the Varamis well. That's why Bodhisattva, whenever they are going to be reborn in the celestial realm, they don't spend their lifespan fully. They make a decision and then they reborn in the human realm to fulfill Varami.
We continue this question. The person is asking how to observe one person's happiness that arises or suffering that arises or that comes up, because it is very difficult not be affected by the external conditions.
If we want to live peacefully, if we want to spend our lifetime or for the rest of our life peacefully, we must be skillful, reading the habits of our own mind. Because of not knowing, because of being not skillful reading the habits of our own mind, we don't know what is happening in our mind. Whether wholesome states of mind arising, whether unwholesome is being unaware of. It's just because of having no skillful reading the habits of our own mind. Even though other people disturb us, if we are skillful reading the habits of our own mind, we know how to live peacefully. We know how to spend our lifetime without participating with those which are not for the good of ourselves. It depends on how you are skillful reading the habits of your own mind. If you are not skillful, there is no way. If you can't practice meditation well, you must train your mind to be skillful reading the habits of your own mind. The more you know your mind, the more you benefit a lot from it. There is no words to express how great it is. I have explained this in many of my Dhamma talk, but The nearest one that I have explained is in the talk, a journey of self-discovery that I've given in Indonesia and Singapore. You can listen to that talk.
Okay, thank you again. Next question. Is it possible for a lay person who's practicing the Dharma still enjoy some sensuality but still make progress on the path?
If you want to realize, or if you want to attain, or if you want to make progress in your practice, you must temporarily give up the sensuality that you enjoy. If you don't so, if you go in parallel, impossible. That's why it is not true that they are doing two things at the same time they make progress. Not like this. This is not the way. At least they must give up attachment to the sensuality temporarily. How long that temporal period? It depends on their parami. If their parami is very, very, very good, maybe within a short time they can develop concentration. After they leave their home and come and stay at the monastery or in a meditation center. Otherwise, they can't.
And if let's say one person actually continues to practice the Dharma, would practicing more Dharma reduces the person's desire for sensuality objects?
Reduces. As you know, the Sotapanna, Visakha, she enjoys sensuality because Sotapanna is the one whose day has sensual desire, greed, attachment, craving, clinging, hatred, pride. That's why they enjoy sensuality. Anyway, for the realization of the Nibbana, through practicing 3 trainings before they attain path and fruition knowledge, their mundane insight knowledges make reduce defilements. It is to make attain path and fruition knowledge. So the first path and fruition knowledge remove self-identity view, doubt, attachment to rite and rituals. Not yet to the sensual desire, anger, pride. For that reason, if there are those who don't want to continue living or who don't want to choose living ordained life, they will or they may enjoy the sensual pleasure again. If they decided to choose to live ordained life, the way of living will be another. But if they have strong parami, enough parami to attain second path and fruition, third path and fruition, fourth path and fruition, they will diligently practice continuously for the higher attainment. It depends on parami, it depends on present practice.
We continue next question. How to balance the 5 faculties, 5 powers?
Meditators ask me this question sometime when they are practicing samatha meditation. In other words, the time to develop in concentration, how to balance 5 controlling faculties. At the time I told them, don't think much about how to balance them. Just be mindful. If you can continuously focus on the in-breath and out-breath, and if you can do so, everything will become balanced. Sometimes if they think to balance this and that, sometimes it is helpful. Sometimes those who are not skillful, it disturbs their meditation. Because of this reason, so only when you have difficulty, please directly ask me, and I will observe and consider what is lacking with you, what is the thing that's weak in you. I will suggest at that time. In general, it is not the question that I should give an answer. Okay?
Next question. How to attain Nibbana without practicing Anapana and start with Vedana, Atta, Dhamma.
Vedana, Atta,
and Dhamma.
Buddha never teach Atta to attain Nibbana.
Is it Chitta? Chitta.
Oh.
Sorry, Chitta.
Vedana, Citta, Dhamma, Kaya, for Nupassana. All the meditation objects taught by the Buddha is the way leading to Nibbana. By practicing whichever meditation object, we can expect for the realization of Nibbana. But we must understand the time of practicing, the training of concentration, the way of practicing them. The time of practicing insight meditation, the way of practicing them. These two are not the same. I will give an example. If you practice Anapana meditation as a samatha meditation, we must focus on the in-breath and out-breath, just on the concept of the breath. Only by doing so, we can develop concentration. When we attain jhana absorption concentration, at that time, we must discern each mental factors. See, in the first jhana, there are 34 mental factors. They are rising up, perishing all the time. Suppose you have discerned all these mentality in ultimate sense. But this is just an example. In time of practicing insight meditation, Anapana meditation becomes the object of vipassana. You must contemplate seeing the arising and perishing of ultimate mentality and materiality which exists in each jhana. In the same way, if you practice metta meditation up to jhana attainment, in time of practicing samatha meditation, at that time you just practice to attain absorption, jhana, concentration. Metta meditation practice can attain up to third jhana. This is the time you practice samatha meditation. So when you are going to practice vipassana, you must enter first jhana metta meditation. Emerging from it, you must contemplate the arising and seeing of. You must contemplate impermanence, suffering, non-self, seeing the arising and perishing of. First metta jhana dhamma. This is another example. Also, if you want to practice asubha meditation as a samatha, at the time, taking repulsiveness, taking external corpse as an object, you need to pay attention. It has repulsiveness, and you will attain first jhana. And you must discern ultimate mentality of the first jhana, asubha, first jhana. And then when you practice insight meditation, you must enter the Asubha Bhavana, which can attain first jhana. Emerging from jhana concentration, you must practice vipassana, contemplating, seeing the arising and perishing of them. If you prefer practicing 4 elements meditation in time of practicing samatha meditation, practice 4 elements meditation, you can't attain jhana concentration. You will attain excess concentration. The time you can descend 4 elements in the block of light. And if you continue descending 4 elements in that block of light, you will see small tiny particles, which we call subatomic particles. As you all know, scientists, they discovered atoms, but only at the end of 19th century, early in the 20th century, they can split atoms into protons, neutrons and electrons. So Buddha had realized, without using any instrument, any powerful microscope, he had realized these small particles, what we call subatomic particles, since over 2,000 years ago. So now you can see it after practicing 4 elements meditation systematically. And you must analyze ultimate materiality that exists in each individual particle. And then when you practice vipassana at that time, you must pay attention to the rising and perishing of ultimate materiality together with particles. Because before you attain Bhanga Jnana, you can't avoid seeing the arising and perishing of particles. Your attention must go to the ultimate truth, but you can't avoid seeing the arising and perishing of the small particles. At that time, the way of practicing vipassana must be like this. So by doing so at a certain time, if your insight knowledge mature, you will see Nibbana. Every meditation object can be the entrance to Nibbana. We can open the door to Nibbana by practicing every meditation object. But we need to understand the difference between the time we practice samatha and the time we practice insight meditation.
Next question. The quality of Upekkha Sambhojana and Sankhara Upekkha Jnana, are they the same?
Sankhara Upekkha Jnana and
Upekkha Sambhojana.
Upekkha Sambhojana. No. It is enlightenment factor. The knowledge towards equanimity towards formation, Sankhara Jnana is vipassana jnana, which is very near to the path and fruition knowledge.
Next question is also on Nibbana. Nibbana is a lakkhana, not a bhumi or place. But is there anything to say about an arahant after Parinibbana?
Not the characteristic. Nibbana is ultimate truth, Paramattha, one of the Paramattha. Okay, continue.
But is there anything to mention about an arahant after Parinibbana? That means maybe this question is asking if a person becomes an arahant already, after Parinibbana, what happens? Is there any mention?
Before giving an answer, I want to know, do you want to be arahant? You want to be. If you are the one who really want to be arahant, you understand what the arahants will be after they take final nibbana. I think you don't know what is arahant. That's why now I don't want to give an answer. Because I think Just maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I met with a group of young people. I asked them, as a tradition, you all make an aspiration. Because of this offering, may I be able to attain Nibbana. Do you understand what is Nibbana? I don't understand. They give me an answer. Why do you make an aspiration? No, we don't know. Because our elders, they do like this, we do like this. Yes, if it is so, I want to explain. I want you to know that why do we want to attain Nibbana? You see, 2 persons. One has removed all the defilements. One has a lot of defilements, ordinary persons. When the one who has a lot of defilements, when he sees a very beautiful, attractive object, he suffers. Okay? He wants this. Desire, craving, attachment, clinging arises in him. Another person. Both of them saw at the same time. Another person see a very charming, beautiful lady. No attraction for him. No craving, no attachment, no desire. Who will be good? Who do you want to be? They told me, I want to be the one who has no defilements. Yes, this is attainment of Nibbana. Do you like it? Okay, if you want to be Arahant, you will be a person like this. I want to be Arahant. Okay?
Yes, Auntie. Okay, next question. Why Venerable Ananda attained Arahant when he's lying down? Why only Venerable Ananda can do this?
Oh no, you can do this too. Only just because Venerable Ananda didn't want to participate the Sangha Council as an Sotapanna. Only he was the one who is a Sotapanna. All the other participants are Arahant because of this reason. So as a bhikkhu, as attendants of the Buddha, he practiced meditation, but times not yet ripened. So after Buddha took final Nibbana, he knows his responsibility. He's going to take a very big responsibility in the Sangha Council. So he diligently practiced, not only at that time, since long time as a bhikkhu, as an attendant of the Buddha. But at that time, because of Buddha final Nibbana, sense of urgency becomes stronger and stronger. And his insight knowledge stronger and stronger. So he is practicing every 4 postures. His effort is too strong because of this reason. When he lie down on the bed, everything's become balanced. At that time he attained pattern fruition. That's why, not because lying posture, just because everything become balanced. Okay?
Next question, okay. In the Mahayana tradition, 2 bhikkhunis have to stay with each other in the same kuti for the night, and also to maintain a certain distance. In the Buddha's time, there are also bhikkhunis. So is there such a rule?
Yes, there is a rule. There is a rule. But I didn't remember very well. Okay?
Okay. Shall we start the next question? When a lay person offers a meal to an ordained person, after the meal, usually the donor expects blessing from the ordained person. What should the ordained person say? Say sadhu, 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 then say bye-bye.
No need bye-bye.
Okay, next question, Ante. Ante, I'm lucky to have a good friend. How to maintain supporting and receiving support from a good friend?
As the Buddha said, those who practice morality are those who don't need to worry about requisites. Without expecting anything, just to do the duty of the ordained person, practicing morality, or if you can, practicing concentration, or if you have ability to continue or proceed inside meditation, just engage practicing all these three training. You don't need to worry about. But as the Buddha said, the behavior of the ordained persons must be completely different from lay persons. If you practice like this, not to behave like a layman, laywoman, you can maintain the saddha, the conviction or the faith of the lay devotee. But if you behave like a layman, yes, you encounter difficulty. Lay devotee encounter difficulty too. Buddha established the order of Sangha to do for the benefit of lay devotee, supporters. But if you don't practice the way we should practice, in the eyes of the supporters and in their mind too, unwholesome states of mind arise. If they suspect on our behavior and our practice at the time, unwholesome states of mind will arise in them. Because of this reason, we should not do the way what we can make them doubt and suspect on what we are doing. We should always maintain our goodness, not expecting anything, just with metta for the supporters, those who are supporting sasana, the teachings of the Buddha or the dispensation of the Buddha. Without expecting, without being worried about, they will leave you behind, just to do what you need to do. This is a proper way. If you have worry, with this mind state, if you do, you are wrong. You are not right.
Next question. The yogi in this Dharma needs three factors: Sila, Saddha, pure mind. But how about the one that is out of this Dharma? They also have three factors. Can they attain Nibbana?
The question is asking about attainment of Nibbana. For the attainment of Nibbana, the most important thing is to practice the training of morality, the training of concentration, and the training of insight. Okay? So if we practice the training of morality, we make a gift of fearlessness. This is superior to the offering of materiality. In Pali we call giving of fearlessness, abhaya dana. That's why if you can't make an offering, but if you can practice the three trainings, it is the way leading to Nibbana.
When a yogi practices samadhi, but the tanha developing, I think it's concentration developing. Should this person change the object, that is maybe do the dead body or the 32 parts of the body?
As you all know, as the Buddha said, bhikkhus develop concentration. The one who is concentrated knows and sees the truth as they really are. So if you have developed concentration, the teacher is going to teach you to develop insight knowledges one step after another. That's why if you develop concentration, the teacher is going to teach you one step after another. Don't worry about it. But just by you yourself, you can't do, because you have no experience about how to practice them. You need proper guidance.
Next question. Dante, understand and knowing of the breath, what are the differences?
Understanding and knowing of the breath. What do you understand about the breath? Meditators, sometimes they say that I know the breath. Sometimes they use I feel the breath. Sometimes they say I see the breath. Sometimes they say I sense the breath. Sometimes they said I'm aware of the breath. Everything is fine. But if I understand the breath, just understanding is not enough.
Okay. What are the karmas that make all these people here stay together in this dharma?
Nothing's happened without causes. Your good karma that accumulated in the past drives you to go somewhere there is true teaching. It is because of the practice that you have been done in the past. One is charana, another is vicca. What are charana practice? If you practice morality, if you practice offering, if you practice concentration, we have practiced charana practice. Vicca is practicing vipassana. According to the Lady Seattle, he said that those who practice 4 elements meditation, they have fulfilled the Vicca seat. It is for the realization of Nibbana. Because of these 2 seats, the charana seat, what you have planted in the past, it will drive you to go somewhere where there is a true teaching. Because of this reason, you all gather here. Okay?
Thank you, Bhante, for the Q&A session.
We will share Mary stand today. Repeat after me. Idam me punyam asavakayam vaham hotu. Idam me punyam nibbanassa paccaya hotu mamma punya bhagam sabba sattanam Vajemi Te Sabbe Te Samam Punya Bhagam Labantu